Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Lite Cast. I'm Jay, otherwise known as JLite_ over on Twitch. I feel like that intro is getting a little bit old now. Alan, I think I need a new intro.
I think you do.
I was just saying this when we started. I feel like I always do the same intro. I don't know. I feel like I'm more than JLite on Twitch now. I don't know.
Right.
But I do quite like that intro. I feel like it's just... I feel like if you change your intro, then everyone's going to be like, the Lite Cast isn't the same, and then someone will end up complaining.
It's like, at this point, it's like a staple of
Yeah, exactly.
the Lite Cast.
It just comes with my... It just like... I don't even need to think about it. It just comes out. Yeah, exactly. Maybe you can do it one time.
You remember the last time I tried to do it?
On. Yeah, I think we talked about this before. When you last did it, we had to do it like 10 attempts. And every time that I do it, it's just... There's no second try, is there? It's always...
Exactly.
So I think that's why I'm the host and you're the...
Bitch,
whatever.
basically.
Just a side bitch.
I'm just a bitch.
You're just a side bitch who just turns up because you're the
just
only
a side piece, you know what I mean?
You're the only person that's available.
His main bitch couldn't come, Henry, so I'm here. He's side piece.
Henry's in York, absolutely. Henry's all the way gone up to York now. He's long gone.
Blow me now. Is he finally gone to uni?
Yeah, he did say though that he wants to come back for like one episode, like, and just be like, and it's like, what are you gonna do? Just sit in your room and be like. But yeah, I think Henry's enjoying it. He said that he's enjoying it. It's not really my scene, so when he says stuff that he's enjoying, it sounds like hell to me. You know, big lectures. I don't know. I'm not really a clubbing person either.
Oh, I am.
I know you are, but I'm more of like a spoons person. I love a bit of spoons. I'll go out for a drink.
I'll get a bit of spoons.
You know, I'll go out for dinner.
Big spoon. Oh, sorry, wrong thing.
You are, honestly. Anyway, it has been 2 months, which is crazy. That's gone really quickly.
That is crazy.
Well, one reason we were really busy. 2, we usually do a summer break on the podcast anyway, like we did last year, because it gives people time to catch up on episodes. You know, we've been doing a lot of episodes. We've actually done a lot of. We've done more episodes this year than we did last year already, like through the whole year. But this time of year is really exciting. We get to do our Halloween special in October.
Halloween. Sorry.
This is Halloween. I love a bit of Halloween. And Christmas, obviously, is actually around the corner. I know. We do, well, I really enjoyed Christmas on the podcast last year. We did a part 1 and part 2. We did a December 1st episode and then like a Christmas Eve release episode for everyone to listen to. And it's so much easier to do a Christmas episode. It's very difficult to do a Halloween episode, okay? There's not really much to talk about, you know. What's your Halloween film? There you go, you're done.
How about we talk about ghost stories?
Yes, I mean, we could do like, I don't know. You probably have some good stories about ghosts, don't you? You seem the sort of person who would have. Do you have good stories about ghosts?
I ain't gonna spoil anything.
If we talk about this now, there's no Halloween episode, so we will.
No, I ain't spoiling nothing because I've seen some shit.
You know what? I've seen some shit as well, actually.
Let's just film the Halloween podcast.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna go. This is the Halloween episode.
Cancel it.
No, next episode would be the Halloween episode. Actually, Henry, not Henry. Oh my god, do you say Henry? Oh my god, that's so bad, Alan. I just called you Henry.
Well,
oh my god.
I'm taking my cock off and I'm gonna throw it at you.
It's because you said Henry, then you said Henry. I'm getting a bit emotional now. I'm joking. I think I've had reviews back from people, Alan, and you're going to like this. I think people are actually you're like the favourite host. I mean, not including me, obviously. But like,
let us know. Who do you prefer, me or Jay?
Oh.
Bit of confrontation there.
That could go really bad. No, but people actually do say that they prefer. Well, they like our episodes the most. With like me and you. I don't know.
I think it's because your mum thinks I'm Alison Hammond or something.
My mum absolutely... my mum's listening right now. She loves it. My mum absolutely loves you. Like, she generally does. She talks about you, like, once every 2 days at least.
Oh, bless her.
She's like, she wants to... My dad wants to meet you. My dad wants to go... Like, they just want to, like, have, like, a family cruise, I think, with you.
If they're paying, I'm going. No, joking.
Same here, honestly. But I think our dynamic works quite well recently.
It does, man.
I was saying this to you the other day, though. It's just so weird. Like, not how we met, but like how we've stayed in contact, like compared to everyone else.
Yeah, what happened to everyone else? The lot just fell off the face of the earth. Oh my days, of course, speak.
But I don't talk to anyone else from Cryptic. You know,
Me
sorry
neither.
to say the K word. I don't know if does anyone need a recap? Basically, Alan used to be our manager, and now I own him.
Yeah. Now I'm his bitch.
Yeah, no, I used to be Alan's bitch, and now he's my bitch. So
No, but
God
be
knows
fair,
what's going on.
I was like head honcho over content, man. Not to be fair.
Yeah, it was It was not for you, really. It was for you, but the way they were treating you was just not it.
Yeah.
When's your NDA over?
It's got to be this year. I'm pretty sure it's this year.
We need to do the Lycos episode. What should we call it? The Lycos episode. The truth.
The truth of crypto.
The truth of crypto.
So, see, I still get on well with the co-CEO there and stuff. That's why I don't really want to do it. Because I don't want
I'm joking.
mouth him.
They are very lovely people. They just don't know how. They just don't know what they're doing. Maybe they don't know what they're doing. Maybe they do know what they're doing. They're just very. I don't know. I think this year they tried to do it again, didn't they? And we were just kind of watching from the sidelines, like, oh, this isn't going to work. What'd you say, sorry?
They asked me to go back.
Yeah, they did.
And I was tempted, but I never went back.
Well, even when I was in the whole organisation and I had this podcast when it first started, they were like, oh, do you want to make the podcast into our podcast, like for organisation? I was like, no, it's my podcast. And this podcast, you know, I've got to admit, we have streaks of being active, and then obviously we go away because it is. I think people don't realize how it just takes time to do an episode. You know, to think of ideas. Like we sit here before the podcast episode starts, and even for weeks we're like, okay, let's think of fresh ideas, but also ideas that people like and come to watch the episode with. And then I stream pretty much every single day, so I try and say things to people from that, so I don't feel like I'm repeating myself.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? I try and make it different. Because the beauty of a podcast is that people are on their way to work, they're on their way to, do you know what I mean? So I think I love a podcast. Yeah, so yeah, and I've never stopped the podcast. I've never been in a situation. I've never even thought about it. There's been times where I haven't done an episode in a month or so, or whatever. But I've never thought about stopping it. It's not something that I like heavily promote. It's more just for my fan base. So. I'm not like here trying to make like the big next podcast. We're just here for a bit of a laugh.
Imagine if we did though. Like that'd be insane.
I think as my music and that grows and stuff like that, then it just obviously like you spreading the word and stuff. It just grows like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not really. I don't know. It's very difficult to grow a podcast. I don't know how you would start a podcast without already having a fan base. Do you know what I mean?
I think realistically, bloody hell, I'm on one tonight, Realistically, I don't think they would be able to.
That's what I mean.
I can't see it working like that.
Like, I like promoting things, but I've got to be honest with you guys. I do not. When the podcast episode comes out, I maybe post a trailer. I post a review and I post the episodes out. I don't do much more than that. I post it on all my accounts. I say it on the streams. I put it in the Discord, and then that's it. People go listen to it. I don't then go on TikTok and try and get that. Do you know what I mean? It's just I don't have time. I do have time for it, but do you know what I mean? It's just
I got time for that.
I don't got time for that shit. If I really wanted to, I could, but I don't. I wouldn't even know where to start because it's just a community thing. Yeah. And a lot of my friends and that listen to it and stuff like that. So it's just like it's just something like that. Anyway. That was a bit of a tangent. We did have a summer off, Alan, and have you been up to anything nice?
Well,
that you could think of?
Redecorating my bedroom.
I know, this is why there's been an episode song, because Alan's been bloody
Alan's been bedless.
The fucking builder.
Officeless.
Office what? What do you mean? So, see, I didn't really ask you what was going on. So what was going on with that, Alan? What was going on in your domain?
Pretty much, I didn't have a PC. Like, it was just ripped to shreds.
What do you mean?
Like, basically my room was just flipped upside down, pretty much.
So what were you doing in there?
It's been painted, it's been wallpapered, we've had wardrobes.
Oh, I thought you lost your phone or something and you were just trying to look for it.
Where's my keys? Where's my phone? No. We've had new flooring as well. Like,
oh, well, so you've just gone to town on your room.
Oh, yeah. I spent like 300 quid on my bed. I nearly had a heart attack.
How's it looking? Is it worth it though?
Oh yeah, like I've got cladding on my wall now. It's
beautiful. Great! I want to see it.
Good video.
Yeah, you got some. You sent me like a few screenshots like throughout the time, but it just looked like you were building it.
Do you know what I mean? Video right now.
Maybe not right now because we are working.
No, I'm doing it right now.
It's just like he's gone off. So the next 5 minutes is going to be Alan just videoing.
No, I'm sending it now.
My room ain't that big. I really do want to see it though, and I'm going to try to describe it in the best way possible for our viewers. Do you know what I was saying this to Alan before I started? You know, I'm no one to shame. With the podcast, I was trying to look up new ideas, you know, to give something refreshing, and someone's idea on the internet said do unboxings. I have an imaginative brain, but how do you describe what you're unboxing in front of you on a podcast? Oh, I'm just doing off the tape. Oh, look what's inside. Like,
you can't even see the bed?
Okay, I'm going to have a look. Oh, it's looking nice, Alan. He's got a nice wall. Oh, it's got a little ring light.
I've got 2 ring lights.
Oh, I like the wallpaper. It's like striped down. Oh.
Yeah, it's like a wood grain effect. It's beautiful, man.
Did you just send me a picture of your unmade bed?
Yeah, because I was sleeping in it before.
Okay.
When you messaged me about the podcast, I was like, shh, I need to get up.
I don't know if that was what it looked like when you did it.
Oh, no.
Sorry.
That was just...
Anyway, I've been very busy, honestly. I've been the busiest I've ever been, the busiest. I think September was my busiest time of streaming in the year. Obviously, we haven't done a deep dive yet, but I did release my album called Saturn, and that was amazing. So I've been working really hard on promoting that, but also, and I feel like once I released Saturn, I kind of took a bit of a break because I was just like, God, that took fucking all my energy. So, but I think it was worth it. So I'm back in the swing of things now.
Definitely. I feel like me and you just died during our summer off.
I know. In August, I was thriving, but in September, I mean, my album came out September 8th, and then I was like, okay, that was great. Promoted for a week, and then I went to Paris, which I'll talk about in a bit.
In Paris.
Still in Paris.
Away from your parents.
I feel like that just took a lot of my energy, so then I kind of let the album sit. And funny enough, I got more numbers when I was off my stream than when I was on it. So
hey?
I don't know what was going on there. Do people get put off when I'm not live? I don't know. Anyway, check out my Disney vlogs on TikTok. I think people love them absolutely.
When it was my birthday as well during September.
It was your birthday, wasn't it?
I feel like...
I didn't know it was your birthday, really, because I'm not very good with birthdays anyway. And then you just messaged saying it's my birthday today, like 8 o'clock, and I was like, oh.
Oh no, I was just like, I'm officially another year older.
What did you do on your birthday then?
So you're probably going to believe this, right?
Mm.
We went out on the Saturday, right? Guess what time we started drinking?
12.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my god.
You know what time I got home?
Let me guess. Like... 1?
1 o'clock the next morning.
5 o'clock?
1 o'clock.
Jesus Christ.
I was like on a 13, 14-hour set. I was wrecked.
You had a good... Yeah, I'm about to say you must have been bloody wrecked.
Yeah,
do you know what? I'm new to drinking anyway, but I've never done that yet, you know?
I'll wait till I come to Brighton to you.
I don't know if I'm the sort of person that could get absolutely wrecked. I think I would just die on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Oh, so you did okay. So that's a normal thing. That's what I can expect.
And died, and there was like, you need to come into work the next day. I was like,
you went into work? Oh
no. Could you imagine?
Well,
someone would have definitely got hurt.
Did I ever tell you the story of what happened after Henry's party?
No.
Oh, okay. So this is the only time that I've been properly drunk. Okay, I don't think I've ever said this. So it was Henry's 18th in April, and he was having a little... I would call it a house party. It was just like a house gathering. And there was a few people there, obviously. There was like 15, 20 people. Anyway, I showed up first, because I'm like his best friend, you know, absolutely got to show up first. Anyway, got there, and then I had like drinks and stuff. It was really nice. And anyway, not to mention any names, this one person showed up that is known for his drinking. Anyway, I haven't seen him in ages, and then he just basically kept filling up my glass, and I didn't even realise, and I've already been drinking, and then it wasn't even like I was drinking beer. This was like wine, okay? This was not something that I would want to be drinking. Anyway, basically my life flashed before my eyes. I don't know what was going on. And then, you know, at the time of the evening when you go to the bathroom, and then it hits you. Do you know what I mean?
God, once you open them floodgates.
When you hit the bathroom, I was like, shit. If I do not get out of here in the next 15 minutes, it's going to be bad. So, luckily, I had work the next day. Well, not luckily. I had to work the next day anyway, so I was going about 12, I think I was going to go. And then I messaged my Malaya, and I was just like, girl, get in your car and come pick me up now.
Girl.
Because I was like, get in your whip and get here now. Because, anyway, I had a lot to drink, and I don't remember what I was doing. I've been sent photos, and I'm like, what the fuck was that going on? You know, I don't know if you, do you ever open your phone after a night out and then there was just like me screaming Doja Cat in people's faces with other people. Got in the car and then I was like, shit, okay, this isn't great. Literally my head was sticking out the window to get some air. Luckily, I played it off really well. I was just like, I'm going home, like my mum's here, blah, blah, blah. Like literally, if I could run out of the room, I would have run, okay? I didn't even say, I said goodbye to like 2 people, okay? I was gone. Got in the car. I don't know if that was first. I don't even know who left at that point. And when I got out of the car, okay, sorry for anyone that does not want to hear this, but my front garden was covered in sick, okay? I could not hold it in any longer, okay?
At least it was outside of the car. Mine's normally inside of the car.
That's what I mean. I really thanked myself at that point because literally I was not sick in Henry's house. I was not sick on the street. I was not sick in the car. For some reason, my body was like, literally, it's like when my body just knew I was home and literally...
That was it, game over.
Yeah, and guess what, Alan? Guess what?
Go on.
I went into work at 9 a.m.
Bruh.
I actually did.
Sunday, I was not moving out of my bed.
I know. I went in on Sunday, and I was just like, I got for an 8-hour shift, so I'm a worker. I wasn't very good at the job that day. Gotta admit, I was a little bit off my game. And they were like, I think like about 2 o'clock, my manager came up to me and was like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "Not really." And then I kind of told them what happened.
Leave me alone.
Like I kind of told them what happened. Like, okay, that's fine. Like, thank you for coming in. I was like, yeah, and just like a really devoted colleague, you know. Have you had any stories like that, Alan? I feel like you must have a story like that, surely.
A story
What's
like
the worst you've ever felt?
The worst I've ever felt was probably my 21st. I believe you've seen the picture of that.
Oh, yeah, I think I know the one.
Yeah.
What actually happened for our listeners?
So, my 21st, this was like the first time I'd ever went out with the lads. They got me absolutely annihilated. Like, it was bad. I was talking to this girl that I don't even know.
Oh,
when I sat
God.
with her and her family for ages, talking to them, my mates was like, "Where's Tom?" They call me Chunk at work, you see.
They called you what?
They call me Chunk at work.
Chunk?
You know, I'm quite chunky, and I.
Okay,
so my name's Chunk.
Are you okay with that? Are you alright?
Yeah, I double for me.
Okay. Just making
like,
sure.
Where's Chunk gone? I'm like, I'm right over here, lad.
Where's Chunk gone?
They're like, who's this girl? I was like, I don't know.
Where's Chunk? Sorry.
And then she threw a pointer cider at me.
Oh, God.
Not on accident, she did, to be fair.
You sure it was an accident?
Yeah, but you know, we're now like best friends.
Oh.
So, drinking helps make friends.
That's weird. So she threw a pint of cider over you.
Yeah, and she thought I was going to get really mad about it, but I never did.
Oh, so this is where you're good, you know. This is where you're good, Chunk.
Yeah, I don't get mad.
But you were a little bit. You weren't mad at all. That's one threw a.
No. It was an accident. She knocked it off the table.
Oh, it was okay. I thought she did it on purpose as like a joke.
She was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "It's fine. It's a new drink."
Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine then.
And then
I don't know why people get so annoyed at things. Like I was working earlier, and just like a random story. This lady was with her child in Sainsbury's. God, I love Sainsbury's. And she kind of just like accidentally put her trolley in front of this lady where she was also walking. A very busy day. It's a Sunday, and this lady just went, "Can you watch where you're going?" Like screamed at this mum with her child. And I was just like, I was sitting there with like my trolley, just like, what the actual fuck, like. I don't know. I know it's a very small story, but things like that. It's just like, why do people get so annoyed at them tiny things? Like, I feel like just sitting them down and being like, people are dying. Okay, what the hell is your issue?
I'm fucking down.
I looked at this AD afterwards because I was obviously working. And I kind of just gave it like a really dirty look because I was like, the world does not resolve around you. Like, hello. Like, is it that big of an issue? She's clearly shopping with her child. Her child is talking to her. If she accidentally walked in front of you by accident, She was like, when I have an injury, can you watch where you're going? It's like,
Oh my
don't come out
days.
shopping then, love. Anyway,
Oh.
I just don't like people like that. Like, there's so many people like from working customer service that are just absolute, like, just don't.
Arseholes.
Yeah, assholes. Like, they just don't care about like anyone, and the whole world revolves on them. Like, you know them smart scanner things at Sainsbury's, yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of people that come up to me and be like, "There's none on the thing. What is happening?" It's like, okay, let me go get you. So I'll go get you one, and they literally take it like I've shot them in the face. It's like, hello, it's not that big of an issue.
You know what happened to me earlier at work?
What happened?
So there was 6 of us on today, right at the zoo, and it was dead. So that like we had little to no staff.
Yeah.
So I was running about 3 or 4 rides. Not at once, obviously. So I tried to
say, bloody hell, don't go to, what's it called, Dudley? Dudley?
Yeah.
Do not go there. If you are in the UK, he's running 4 rides at a time.
No, I'm not.
Carry on.
It's illegal to do that. But like, I come off the dodge and walk round our gate that we got there to stop people getting on. And this woman was stood right in the middle of the gangway. Right. If you don't know what a gangway means, it means like a walkway.
It sounds a bit dodgy, but you know, it's it's very PG.
And this other woman was coming up towards me to buy tokens, so I like stopped behind this woman. And this other woman went to her. Oh, there's someone behind you as well, so you might want to watch out. And she went, well, I can't fucking move. She was like, you want tokens? I was like, whoa! I was like, it's okay, I'll just wait. Like, I can't do the ride until you've brought tokens anyway, so it don't matter. Calm the fuck down.
I know, that's what I'm like. That's what the same thing happened to me. It's like, just calm down, love. Are you? I feel like sitting down. Just go, are you all right? You having a bad day? Do not take it out on random people.
Do you want to talk?
Do you need therapy? You know, so you should just link them the podcast. Just airdrop it to them. I can't believe like that. There's so many people like that in the world. It's just like, I don't know.
I just couldn't function. I was like, what the hell?
But like, I don't know. I feel like working customer service or stuff like that, you know, working with people like what you do changes your perspective on how you speak to people. Because I think when I speak to rude customers, sometimes I'm like, I feel like just going, you never worked in customer service, have you? Because they just haven't. You can just tell. Do you know what I mean?
I love it. When customers start being rude to me, I'll just have a go back. I don't care.
I mean, I'm not a person to have like a go back, but I'm more of a person just to be like not really bothered. I'm just like, okay, like yeah, that's just what happens. Like it's not out of my hands. Do you know what I mean? I'm not really like a person that takes it offensively. It's just like there's so many things that work in a service that just people they just do not care about people. Sometimes it's just I don't know. I would never do it.
So, like at work, we have certain rules about like height restrictions and
I bet
be, like, over 12 to go on certain rides. But yet they always pin the blame on us, and I'm just like, I don't make the rules. I only work here, mate.
Exactly. That's what
I mean.
It's like just because I've got Sainsbury's written on my back doesn't mean I own the company. Do you know what I mean? Like I do not make the rules of what happens here. Like earlier, if you don't know, I'm a code checker at work, so I check all the out of date stuff. And my little trolley ride that I go around on, whatever. In the bottom of it is like a disposable thing. So if I find something out of date, I put it in the basket underneath, right? And this woman earlier literally stopped my trolley and nearly climbed in the disposal basket. And I'm like, what are you? I was like, excuse me. And she was like, oh, can I have that? I was like, well, if you want food poisoning, you can. It's like, it's out of date chicken, love. She just saw it peeking out my basket and she literally grabbed it. And I was like, she's like, why can't I have it? It's like, it's out of date. Does she want me to kill you? There's just some people that are just so rude. It really annoys me.
Yeah, because we could do literally a full episode on work shenanigans.
I think we could. I always talk about work. I always do like a bit of a segment on work, but there's always something going on. There's probably so much stuff I could talk about.
We could do a whole episode on it.
When
we
should just like a therapy course.
Yeah,
like, just invite loads of people on and just be like, tell me your worst work.
Tell me your day about work today.
What a terrible day.
Well, did I ever tell you?
About what? About what? I don't know.
Hold on. So, you know my supervisor left work, right?
No.
So, I've been in my factory section. We call it a shop.
Yeah.
I've been on my own for the last month.
Why?
Because they've not employed anyone yet.
So, yourself?
There's a guy started, right?
And
and he's 64, has way much more experience than me.
Yeah.
And they brought him in to train me up, obviously, to learn the joinery side of it and stuff, like your proper windows and doors and staircases and stuff. And I turned around to him, I was like, boss, what do you want me to do next? He went, I ain't your boss. I was like, well, I ain't the boss either. I went, you want more money than me. I literally said to him, I was like, you want more money than me? You're more experienced. You're the boss. He went, nah. Nah. You in charge? I was like, mate.
So you're in charge?
Apparently so.
How's that going?
Not good, because I want to pay rise.
Oh, okay, absolutely then.
Too right, why should I do it for £2.50 an hour?
£2.50 an hour?
I'm taking the mic.
I'm about to say, are you joking? Jesus Christ.
You know how much I'm on, I'm not going to say it across the podcast, like.
About to say it, I genuinely thought you'd been serious then. I was like, oh my god, are you alright? £2.50 an hour, you can't even get a bloody meal deal.
You know how much I'm on an hour? I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I think you definitely get more than me, but yeah.
I'm just gonna drop you a message so you actually know.
My work is very good pay, I think. Just like for myself. Oh, okay, not much higher than me actually.
Yeah, but I'm looking for more like this.
It's like dropping me his. Oh yeah, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, get paid well, guys. Absolutely. So do you have two jobs? You have two jobs then?
I do, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I work 7 days a week.
Oh my god.
Don't recommend it.
That's like me today. We worked 9 to 5, and then I was going to stream, but then I fell asleep because I've just had a terrible week. And then I've been doing the podcast, so I actually haven't really had time for myself today. Anyway, the reason why I'm so tired is because you already know about this. But just before I start this story, it's not a sad story, by the way, and I'm completely fine. So before I mention the word hospital, people are going to go, oh my god, Jay's dying. Anyway, a couple weeks, well, actually a month ago now, my grandma had heart surgery just because, she's older, she needed heart surgery. Not a big deal, she just had a bad heart. It is a big deal because it's like a major surgery. Anyway,
that's a major surgery.
It's not a big deal. It is a major surgery, but I'm not going into it like sob story. She's completely fine. By the way, she is completely fine. Anyway, on Thursday nights, I had already streamed in the day. Me and my mum were the only ones at home, so we were just going to sit down and relax.
Well, this is the night we were going to record the podcast.
And this was the night we were going to record the podcast.
Yeah, I thought so.
So this is why we were a little bit delayed, because it's meant to come out on Friday this week. Anyway, It's coming out on Tuesday, so if you're listening on Tuesday, we are sorry. Family emergency.
Family comes first.
Absolutely. Anyway, what was I saying? So basically, my grandma is my dad's side of the family, not my mum's mum, my dad's mum. Anyway, my dad was out after work in London, so that's completely fine. And my grandma hadn't been feeling very well. I saw her like last week, and then my auntie also, so my grandma's daughter and my dad's sister. I know it's same family dynamics. Anyway, apparently she was ill, and she was busy with her daughter who's young. So my mum got a message from one of my grandma's friends saying, oh, by the way, grandma's in hospital because she's struggling to breathe. And we were like, okay. And then my mum was like, she told my mum that you're the next of kin. So what that basically means is that she's in charge of looking after my grandma, and we live about an hour and a half away from the hospital I'm not going to say, but basically in London, and I'm not near there. So first of all, my mum was really confused because we were like, you're next of kin, like you're do you know what I mean? You think it'd be, do you know what I mean, Alan? Do you think it'd be
someone literally on the doorstep,
your daughter or your son? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So obviously, I think she knew my dad was out, and then we didn't know that my auntie had a cold. So if you're already ill, you can't really go look after someone who's already feeling ill. So my mum was a little bit like, oh shit, like we actually might have to go up there. So we were sitting there like, we were always laughing because we were very confused of why my mum was next of kin, because she was like, I don't know, that's just like very random. I mean, they're very close. They've known each other for like 25 years. Like my mum met my auntie when she was 9 years old. So do you know what I mean? It's there's a dynamic there. It's not just like my mum's been married to my dad for a year. It's been like, do you know what I mean? Anyway. So my grandma called my mum and she was like, can you just come up please? So obviously we weren't going to say no. So well, when she called, she was just really out of breath. Like she did not sound great. So we ran up there.
You ran.
Obviously, we didn't run. We drove up there. Well, actually, a bit of a nightmare. Actually, we got in my car, and it's an electric car, and my mum's car was out of battery, so we had to take my car, which is also an electric car, and luckily that had battery because otherwise you'd been really effing screwed. So we drove all the way up there about 9 o'clock at night. Just we left the clock at 9 o'clock, and then we knew it wasn't going to be late. So obviously I went with my mum because it was pitch black and I didn't want to go by herself. My dad basically got home at that point, but he was not in the right he was not in the right frame of mind to go to the hospital. And we got there, and obviously my grandma she wasn't like, when I say she was ill, but she wasn't like dying. Okay, so that's why I'm telling the story. If she was dying, I wouldn't tell the story because it's too personal. Anyway, she was just really out of breath. She struggles with asthma and stuff, so she got loads of scans, and then blah blah blah, etc etc. We waited. I don't know. I've never really waited in a hospital before. Like have you ever waited in a hospital for ages, Alan?
I've spent 2 days there with my nan.
Oh, okay, so, yeah. Because I've never really done that with A&E. Like I've never really sat there for hours. I didn't really, in my frame of mind, I thought my grandma went in an ambulance there because she was really out of breath. So I thought that she would have been seen straight away, but they kind of just saw her and then just left her in A&E.
A cubicle. Throw me in a cubicle. No, I can't speak.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought they would put her somewhere a bit more private or separate. Do you know what I mean? Not just in the.
Just throw him in a cubicle.
I know. No, they threw her in the waiting room just with everyone else. Like people that just had like bad ears, or you know what I mean, like.
Don't get me started on the NHS.
Just like it was so busy, and I thought it was not a great time of night to be in one of the London hospitals near London. So there was a lot of people like that, so it wasn't great. There was police everywhere. So we turned up. My grandma was sitting there like in a chair. She didn't look very great, but I saw her last week anyway. Obviously, like I said, she's just had open heart surgery, so she isn't great anyway. But etc etc. Basically, I waited there for hours. And then she got some medication to basically help something in her lungs. So that's all sorted now. So she's fine. Anyway, the whole point of the story is that I didn't get home till like 5 a.m. So that's basically messed up my whole sleep schedule because I cannot sleep at 5 a.m. So I basically, on Friday, I did not sleep. And then I was at work yesterday and today. So then, like I said, I was meant to stream tonight before the podcast. And literally, I sat in my bed after work and I just literally like collapsed after. I didn't even feel like falling asleep. So yeah, it has been a bit of an eventful week. So that's an update on Jay's little shenanigans.
Life. It happens.
It does happen. I think I love the podcast because we can talk about more serious things and like actual life things I don't really talk about. But yeah, I think it's just important, guys, to make sure your family's okay. You know that, Alan.
Text.
Pardon, sorry.
Don't forget to drop him a text and tell him you love him.
Yeah, I know. I've started to do that more now. I mean, I always have, but just I text my nan. Like, I always talk to my nan. Obviously, I close time to my nan, but I text like every day now. She's Nana Light's really. Have you ever watched the show Money Heist?
Yeah, no, I'm watching that right now.
Did I tell you to watch it? Didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, because how that conversation started was I asked you if you'd finished watching the last series.
Yeah. Are you talking about season 3? Or are you talking about season 2?
Season 3.
Because I haven't watched that yet, because I'm saving it. I am FYI, I am a massive fan of Heartstopper. I know what happens because I've read the books, and I've read all the side books and novels. Like, I love it so much. Anyway, carry on, sorry.
It's really good. Like, I watched it if it wasn't down to my friend who made us sit.
It's just like, I think the show's for everyone. Like, I think the representation and stuff is just really good, and it's just like, do you know what I mean? It's actually like realistic, like when they sometimes try to do these shows, it's just obviously to someone that's like personally someone that has been in a situation, as a same-sex relationship as well, like watching that, actually it is realistic, that I can relate to it. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like some shows, and like really you're just doing stereotypes for a reason. Do you know what I mean? And the good thing about that show as well, Heartstopper, is that Alice Oseman, the one that writes the books and the comics for Heartstopper, she actually directs the show. So do you know what I mean? That's why it's so good, because she has made the whole world in her mind. Do you know when they like do books and then like someone else directs it? Sometimes they miss a few bits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
I forgot what I was saying now. Bloody hell.
You watched Heartstopper. It was really good, and now you're on Money Heist.
Now I'm on Money Heist. And then I also started watching Suits.
What's that? Sorry?
Suits.
What's that?
It's like a law firm in America. And it's like
I think my family's watched that, my parents.
It's decent. I'll probably binge watch that over my week off next week.
I just love Money Heist. Like, I've rewatched it again recently. I just remembered how good it was. Like, I tried to get my nan and granddad to watch it not recently, ages ago, like about a year ago, and they couldn't get into the first episode. And I was like, please, just get past the first episode, and you'll be addicted. And then I phoned my nan last Sunday, and she was like, I am addicted. Like, I'm obsessed. It's brilliant. So, like, on the edge of my seat, like, sweating, and I was like, yes, I told you, you're gonna love it.
Bless her.
I just love Money Heist. It's really good. I just love my nan. My nan is doing a Halloween stream this year again. She wants to dress up, so look out for that, guys. I'm going to announce it soon. But yeah, I love this time of year because I get to spend time with everyone again. I feel like in the summer it just goes so quickly.
When I met you in
Can we talk about how quickly this year's gone?
I know.
It's just gone. I know. Like, I remember sitting in January, but I can't wait for it to be March. Then things start happening again, and now it's freaking October 6th. Wow.
It's crazy.
I don't even like that. That's crazy, isn't it?
We're going up. We're getting old.
I know. I just realised like how much I've done this year. Like, it's genuinely insane.
Crazy. We're getting
I also
old.
I know. I feel like I don't know. I'm younger than you, but I still feel like
I'm 24 this year. Well, I'm 24.
I know. I feel like I actually forget there's an age gap between us, Alan, because we just get along so well.
No, I'm nearly halfway to 50. Oh my god.
Okay, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
No.
Well, my parents aren't 50 yet, so I don't think you need to worry about that.
I'm not even married yet.
That's ages away. God, you're like why are you like thinking you're halfway to 50? That's like ages away. It's like half your life.
25 years.
What was I going to say? I also went to Adele in Munich. I don't know if I actually spoke about that. That was genuinely like I'm a concert person, as you know. I talk about it all the time on the podcast. Best concert I've been to always will be like. I went all the way to Germany to see it because it was only in Germany. Me, my sister, and my parents went and landed in Munich because I was a bit scared that the flights were going to be delayed. And then I decided, oh, F it, like we're in Germany just to see Adele. I'm going to get tickets for the Friday as well. So I had tickets for the Saturday, obviously. Wouldn't just fly away to Germany if I had tickets. And when I landed, there were front row tickets like going for really cheap for the night. And you probably saw it on my social media and stuff. I was so close to the front, just like literally, you know how much I love Adele. Like Adele is she is my favorite artist, always will be. Like she's just like my whole family love her. Like my grandparents love her. Like everyone loves Adele. Everyone loves Adele.
Let's be honest.
What did you say? Sorry.
She's just a queen.
She is. She just is. And got dressed up and just went to Adele on Friday and Saturday in Munich. It was just the best experience ever. She's just I've never like it doesn't feel real. Like the whole night I was just bawling my eyes out and screaming. We met some really like nice German people there, and they were just like, well, the only thing I will say is that the culture in Germany, I don't know if it's because they don't speak the same language as Adele, they don't sing that loud. So obviously I'm used to Wembley and London concerts, so people are screaming their heads off, you can't even hear the people. And they just weren't really singing. Like some people were. And there was a lot of British people there and other countries there because it was the only concerts in Europe for the year by Adele. Yeah. So a lot of people were there from around the world. And there was just nobody singing in German. Like, some people just sitting there, like, holding hands and, like, just swaying. And, like, they were having a good time. Like, if you're having a good time, like, I don't care. But me and my sister and, like, some people just got some really weird looks sometimes by screaming the songs, like, and, like, singing our hearts out. Whereas, like, Adele was his friend, so, like, please sing, stand up, have a good time. I was standing on the first show, but even on the second show, I felt weird for standing up, even when I was sitting down. Like, the seats, I'm not sitting down at a concert. Like, for one song I might sit down, but I'm not sitting down like it's some kind of theatre show. Like Adele literally says, stand up. And, it was still an amazing time. It was a solid 10 out of 10, but it could have been like over that and like literally just even further than that if it was everyone was singing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was great and like best thing I've ever seen. The whole Adele. It wasn't just Adele concert. There was like a whole Adele world. There was like an Adele Ferris wheel. And Munich's a very nice place. I want to go back. Anyway, what did that? Not gonna go on about it for ages. I've spoke about it on stream. Best day ever. Love Adele. Love it. What's your favorite Adele song?
Oh, man, you asked me this last time, and I got it completely bloody wrong.
What's it? What did I?
Hold on, yeah.
What is it? You must have a.
I do. But I cannot think of the name for it.
Just sing it and I'll know it.
Hold on. I'll just
give us a little karaoke.
No.
He's like, not doing that. I'm going to search it. Just search a random lyric into Google.
I drink wine.
I drink wine. Oh, yes, it was, wasn't it? You like that one?
Yeah, I like that one.
We love that. My dad loves that one. My sister's favourite.
Really I can't remember what I called it last time.
You called it like champagne or something because it was really
that
funny.
was champagne.
Yeah, it's like my favorite Adele song is Champagne. I was like, what the fuck are you listening to? You're listening to Audi, not Adele.
Fucking Audi.
Anyway, let's do our would you rather question to end off our episode, Alan. Because
go on then.
We haven't actually done one, and I would like to hit a would you rather question. Okay, this is a good one. Would you rather be transported permanently 500 years into the future or 500 years into the past? So 500 years forward or 500 years backwards?
Oh, man.
It's the 1500s or 1600s or whenever. Don't know when the fuck it was. Do you know what? I have an answer. I don't actually fucking know. That's my answer. I have no clue.
Yeah.
That's I
think I'd rather be in the future.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. If you deepen it, like, is it the 1500s, I think? It would be like...
Yeah.
That was not a good time. The plague. Executions. I don't know what was going on. It was not a good time. But also, 500 years into the future, the world could be, like, taken over by aliens. We could be in, like, some kind of, like cyberpunk world where it's like a dystopia and the whole world's gone to shit. If you think in 500 years the world's going to be lovely green and blue and beautiful, I don't think so. Maybe not this Earth anyway. We'll probably be gone, right? From 500 years, we'll be on Mars, mate. There'll be like cities on Mars, New York, Do you know what I mean? All that will be on Mars, absolutely.
Absolutely. See, my thinking was 500 years, I'm going to be dead, so I want to know I'm going to die. That's just really
I don't know. I don't. This is what I mean. I do think I'll be 500 years in the future because I do think you have a better chance. I don't think, it could be. I'm not saying it's going to be horrible, guys. Don't be, you're not going to be alive 500 years, so don't be afraid. I just think, personally, like, in next 500 years, that's a long, long time. The world isn't going to be, like, at least this planet, like, no offense, just a matter of the population stuff, it's just not going to be that great, I think even in 200 years, this planet's not going to be very great.
If it's anything like England, we're all fucked.
I just don't even know what it's going to be like in 50 years, really. I'm sorry, like, not to scare anyone, but do you know what I mean? Things are moving so quickly to the point where it's like, do you know what I mean?
Crazy.
I just don't think the world's going to be great in 500 years. I'm not saying we're going to be extinct and dead, but I'm just saying, it's just not. We won't be here. But that could be quite exciting.
Not looking good.
It's not looking good. I think we'll be all right in our lifetime, but maybe the next one.
Maybe our great grandchildren.
I don't really know how they're going to get along with all that shit, But maybe it'll be all right,
Yeah, maybe they'll pull it out the bag.
People probably said that 200 years ago,
Look at us now.
Look at us now. We're sitting in our rooms talking utter shit on a podcast.
Speaking to beautiful people.
Speaking to very beautiful people. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed a little catch-up episode today. I didn't want to bore you with shit, and I just wanted to say that we're back now. And we have some fun episodes coming away. The next episode will be our Halloween special, I think, because
this is Halloween.
2 weeks. It's like the 20. Yeah, we'll do a Halloween episode. We'll think of something fun. I loved the Halloween episode last year.
I've already got ideas. I'll be honest.
We'll have ideas. Maybe we'll get someone on with us. I don't know. I don't know.
I know a guy.
You know a guy, okay? You can't just bring a random person around that you know off the street.
No.
Okay. But don't tell anyone. I want to know.
Don't tell anyone. I want to know.
Spoil it. Don't spoil it. Anyway, we will be back, and I appreciate everyone listening, and thank you so much for all the love on the episodes. I'm glad everyone's had time to catch up with the episodes. I feel like I still have people like listening to episodes, because it takes a while to listen to episodes. You know, I think a podcast lasts like a whole week to me, because I I don't sit down for 6. People listen to podcasts in very different ways. Like I know, like for example, Roasted Cereal just listens to. I think they just listen to the episode in the whole go. I'm pretty sure.
I do at work though. That's the thing. I just stick my earphones in and
yeah, exactly. But I love a podcast. Like I absolutely love it. So I hope we can bring you whatever we bring you today. I hope we brought you something. Yeah, exactly. I hope we brought you some shit. And if you have any suggestions, guys, drop them. Send us in some questions or whatever.
Hey, you can even DM us on Twitter.
Oh yes, Alan's in charge of the Twitter apparently. So Instagram's my domain. If you want to message a professional, Instagram. If you want to message the side hoe, Twitter. What's it called? X.
X.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter. Who's going to call it X? Do you know what that pisses me off? I'm sorry. If you're going to rename one of the biggest social medias in the world, why call it X? I don't. What would it? I don't know. Even. I'll just call it Twitter because everyone knows about Twitter.
It is Twitter.
But Twitter's a huge platform. Like it's bigger than Instagram. Like when you look back at like 2000s videos, like 20 years ago, everyone's talking about Twitter. Like I don't know. That's a side rant. I was ending the episode and that just pissed me off. Thank you so much, Elon Musk.
Bloody hell, Elon.
Speaking of stupid Elon, how many Teslas do I see around now in the UK? Oh my god, there's Teslas everywhere. Do you see a lot of Teslas?
Not really.
Oh yeah, sorry, no. I'm in a very we're very posh in the south, aren't we?
Yeah.
So many Teslas around. No, I don't know why I see so many Teslas near Brighton. Maybe it's a gay car. Let me know let me know in the comments. If you're on YouTube, you can comment. Is Tesla a gay car? And are you gay? But don't let me know that. I don't really care. Each to their own, you know what I mean? Whatever floats your boat and tickles your toes.
Whatever tickles your pickle? Oh.
Okay.
I think that's a good way to end the episode.
Whatever tickles your piggle. Not pickle, sorry. Tickles your pickle and fiddles with your whittle, absolutely.
Wait, what?
There are ladies listening too, Alan. Okay. And if they don't have pickles, they might feel a little bit left out. Anyway, let's stop talking about pickles and end the episode. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the episode before I started talking about Teslas and ruin the episode. Thank you so much for coming and listening and downloading and whatever. Drop suggestions and we'll be back for the Halloween episode in 2 weeks, unless Alan's room again gets knocked over, which it won't. I'll make sure of it.
No, it won't. My mom and dad's next.
Okay, so they're not being filmed in the episode, so Alan will be fine. Thanks so much for coming in, and I hope you have a brilliant rest of your week and take care of yourselves. I've been Jay, and
I've been Alan.
Oh God, he's been Alan. Jeez, your voice went so. I've been Alan. I can't even do that. I've been Alan. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much for coming in. Bye.